Hi, how are you? In this video, I will show you the Google Cloud Platform. How is the Google console and how it feel like? How can you can make a new user for you? What are some of its detail? So you can go like, for example, you can go on console.cloud.google.com or you can go on cloud.google.com. So sorry, just to see. Okay. So this is cloud.google.com. So you can have free access to Google Cloud. Let me give you some detail. Like we click on get started for free. All you need to have is a Gmail ID. If you have a Gmail ID, then you can go to Google Cloud. So here I will put one of my IDs just to show you. I have put one of my IDs so that I can show you that what is the starting style of this Google. So I gave a Gmail ID, a Gmail password, and it will take not a lot of time. Okay, good. So here we are. So Google is asking me that, okay, you are from this area, you have to accept these terms of service. You can access all cloud. You will have a $300 free credit for 1 year and no auto charge after free trial ends. So now I will not go further because I have another account. I bring you up to this place just to show you that how you can set up. You don't need anything. You just need a Google email address with a password. And once you enter with your email address, you have to provide some small details. And the most important thing is that you have to provide a payment method. Google will not charge you almost anything. Google will charge you $1 just to verify that your payment method is fine. There is no problem in your payment method. And once you are charged through your credit card, then your free trial for 1 year will start. And during this free trial, you have access to the whole Google Cloud platform, and you have a $300 credit which you can use to check services on Google. So let me get out of this and I will take you to my Google account. So let me go direct to console.google.com. Now it will again ask for a username and password. No, it's okay. This is the same ID that I was using. So even though it has not been able to verify the account detail, but still Google has opened this. If you come here, there is no billing information, and here your free trial is waiting activation now to get 300 credit. So the free trial is started, but because we have not entered any credit card detail, so we are not able to see the billing kind of things. Otherwise, let me take you to my mm, Google account, which is verified with now this account is a verified account, so it will not ask any other thing, it will directly go. So let's because I have generally this, I will ask you guys as well that you should have a uh, you should have this enabled because you know these cloud things, these should be as secure as possible. So I have put two-factor authentication. So whenever I tried to do anything, so just a minute. It's okay. So even though this thing may give you sometimes some problem, but at least you are sure that no one else is able, because I have connected it to my mobile. So right now, because I'm not running, this is the dashboard of Google Cloud Platform. So we are in the dashboard, and in the dashboard you can see something. Let me show you. Number one is a project info. I have one project running. This is called my project. One thing in that you cannot work without a project. You must have some project always running. So everything that you do, it has to be connected to a project. And basically the reason is that this project is connected to the payment or the billing. So if you remember, this card was not visible on the other from where I showed you that how to try to log in. So this billing was not available. This billing should become available as soon as you verify your credit card. Then the billing should be enabled here. So as I was telling you that on Google everything is through a project. So there is a project info. I'm right now, I have one project, and I can add other people in the project and go to project settings. Currently I'm not running anything, so there is no API is running. This window shows me that if Google is working fine, because sometimes there are some problem in Google, so it will tell you here that which of their services are not working fine, so that if you are getting any problem, you can just check from here that if Google Cloud is working fine everywhere. So what else? I have no resources right now. I'm not doing anything. Okay. If I am getting any error, I can report the error. These are some of the news, general news. And then here, from here you can learn something about Google. So this dashboard, it gives you a very simple bird eye view about number one is the main thing, your billing. If you have been billed, for example, let me just go you in the detail of this billing, just to show you that I've been using this from last almost 1 month, but still I'm not being charged anywhere. So this $300 is quite enough if you want to run something, if you want to do some learning, some project, something, then this $300 is enough. I will In my further videos, I will go in detail. I will let you know that how the Google pricing and everything runs. But just let me take you back to the dashboard so you can see your detailed billing. You can see the platform status. If you are using any APIs or any resources, then the resources detail is also shown here, that because it is part of the main uh, dashboard, because your billing is directly because of these things. I mean, if you use some resource, because Google in cloud network, not only in Google, in all the cloud networks, the billing is basically generally as per usage. So as you use, as you are billed. So you can check from here that if you have used anything, then you can correlate with the billing if you want. So let me take you some further within this window. If we start from here, okay, let me hide this because this comes from this my project. This is normal Google. It is in Gmail as well. Wherever you are in Google, you have this thing. These are some of the settings, project settings, privacy, term of service. So you can go in some settings from here. From here, you can see any notifications. If you have any notifications, you can have it from here. Whenever you will be doing anything, it will come to you as a notification. For example, if you started a virtual machine, or you upload something, you download something, you will have a notifications. This is for help. You can take any kind of help. A lot of help is available. This button is to open the cloud shell, the command line interface. We can just open it for you, just to show you. It will just open here, this cloud command interface. You can install the command interface on your system as well, and you can use Google commands from your normal DOS prompt, from the command prompt of Windows. Otherwise, this Google platform, it also provides you a shell. If you don't want to install the Google SDK, then you can use your shell from here. Generally don't take a lot of time, but I don't know, right now it's taking a bit more time. Okay. Okay, this is the command shell. So generally all the Google Cloud commands, they start from G Cloud. So any cloud command that you write, you will start with a G Cloud. So for example, if you want to have any information about this command, then you can write gcloud help, and it will tell you that how you can use. This is a manage Google platform resource and developer workflow. You can use gcloud with a lot of things. We will go in detail later, so just I will minimize. It was just to tell you that you have a command prompt as well. You can, if you are very much familiar with normal interface of CLI, then you can use everything through CLI as well. Otherwise, this Google Cloud Platform, it works through normal GUI interface. So let me just give you a brief. These three lines navigation menu, we came from here. This is to search. If you want to search anything within Google Cloud Platform, then you can search it from here. This area is for project. If you have multiple projects, you can change your project name from here. You can add a new project, and if you want to add a new project, you just have to give a name, and you have to give some kind of location, that from where your project should start. Because I don't have anything on back of this, so I will not. Okay, this as per quota, I can run 23 projects at a time, so 22 projects are still remaining in my quota. So as per my free quota, because I'm not paying anything to Google, Whatever I'm doing is free. Like I told you, from 1 month I'm using, and it's not being charged. So I can still open 22 more projects. Okay, let's go in the menu. So this is the navigation menu. Uh, the dashboard that we were using, watching from the start, it's in the home. Then you can go to marketplace. Marketplace is where you find other Google products. Just like you have Google Play, you can say a similar kind of thing. Then you have billing. Here you can see that how much you have been charged up till now. Then these are API and services dashboard or library and credentials. We will go in further details of these. Support, whatever support you need. If you have opened some cases, if you want to chat with support. This is the IAM and admin. So here you have identity and management. You can add users, you can check your quotas. Let me just take you to quotas for a while, just to show you. Uh, I was trying to open a project which I stopped. So I have to be in some project always, otherwise Google don't don't run. So because I tried to open a new project, so my project was changed. So I have gone back to my previous project. So it will open the quota now. So for example, I can use IAM management. 1000 is the limit. So for example, I can do compute engine APIs, and I can have a read request, 2000 read request per 100 seconds. This is all free quota. If I do this, it will not be charged. For example, compute engine API, I can do queries, unlimited queries per day. So whatever queries you make to a compute engine API, it's not charged to you. So in this way, you can see that even if I have a free access, the free access also has quite a number of quotas. There's a big list of quotas, so we don't want to go in the detail. And over and above all this quota, I have $300 credit also that I can use, because some things are out of quota as well, which we will go in detail further. So let's check our main navigation menu. So the things which are more related is like App Engine. If you want to run an app on Google platform, you do it through the App Engine. So you can access the App Engine from here. You can access the Compute Engine. Compute Engine is to create a virtual machine. I will go in detail of these in my further future videos. This is Kubernetes Engine. If you want to run a container, if you want to run a service on a container, then you go through Kubernetes Engine. So Compute Engine is for a virtual machine. If you want to use a virtual machine, you can go in Compute Engine. So Compute Engine is like what we see in our previous introduction. If you have watched that video of mine, so Compute Engine is basically in infrastructure as a service. The Kubernetes Engine is platform as a service, and App Engine is your software as a service. Apart from this, Google gives you a cloud function as well. This is something which is different from all of these. This is something which is, you can say, something in between App Engine and Compute Engine. But we will see further that what is this and how it runs. So let's go further. Then you have storage. In storage, you have Bigtable, Data Store, Firestore. These are different things from Google that you can use as a storage. With the storage, you can have SQL as well. For example, you can have SQL storage. So this should be a storage on which you will be able to do queries based on SQL commands. Spanner is a Google implementation of a RDBMS server. So if you want to do something on RDBMS, then you can do through Spanner. Then there is memory store, data transfer, many services. Now this is part of networking because in a cloud network, you have compute, you have storage, and then you have to have some kind of networking, that how you want these things to be connect together. So you can make a virtual private networks, you can make VPC networks for you. Then you can have network services like load balancers, DNS, NAT. Then you can have VPNs. Then you can have even cloud routers. Google allows you to have cloud routers for extra kind of connectivity. If you want to plan a whole network of your own, then you can even have cloud routers. Then there is network security and network intelligence. We will go in detail of these. Now these are operational related things. Like for example, you can enable monitoring. You can go in debugger. Debugger is if you want to check that your software is having some problems, and you can enable debugging. You can have traces. You can enable different kind of logs. Then you can have error reporting. Then these are some Google tools like Cloud Builds, Cloud Task, Container Registry. So if you put any container, you can go in Container Registry. You can watch. You can check the images. Then you have a deployment manager. If you want to deploy some software through on, you can say that on a very large area, you can have a deployment manager. It will help you in deployments. The endpoints of your services, like which external IPs are there. So repositories are some places where you put some if you want to put some new container, and you want to put the data related to the container somewhere, that from these places the container will be assembled. So you can have source repositories. Then this area is part of big data. Here you have Dataproc. Dataproc is if you want to make workflows, you want to make a systematic workflows, you can do it. PubSub is if you want to make a system where something is reported, and based on that thing there are some messages floated to some places, then we have PubSub for that. Then there's Dataflow, IoT Core, BigQuery. BigQuery is you want to put queries on big data. Then these are some of the, you can say, more specific kind of things. Like yeah, you want to do something in healthcare or life science and these kind of things. These are related to big data. Then now these things, they are related to artificial intelligence, AI. You have data labeling, AI platform, natural language. In natural language, you can I will go in detail of these as well. Like here you can check the Google translator and you can use it. So then we have the very much known Google Maps. And after that, these are some of the partner solutions that Google is putting on its platform, so that if you want, you can use it. Like for example, Redis, Apache Kafka. So this is a kind of introduction to you to Google platform, that what I told you initially is that how much easy it is to uh, start it. You just need a Google email ID, but you need a credit card as well, because Google will just need to verify that okay, you are a genuine person. So If you have a credit card and you have a Gmail ID, then you can start your Google Cloud Platform experience. You can log into Google. Every Google Gmail ID has, you can say that it has an access to Google Cloud Platform, and then you can learn. You can learn a lot of things, that how virtual machines are created, and how we can create a container, how we can deploy a container, how we can manage containers, and the API engines and the other things. Hopefully, in my future videos, I will show you each and everything in a separate video, so that you can see. And as I show you that Google has a full billing structure, it shows you that how much billing is being done against you, and there's a big free quota. And once you register, so for the full 1 year, Google give you $300 free credits, which you can use even to learn, or if you want, then you can even use it to make some of your project. For example, you can make a small website, and you can run the website on Google for 1 year, and it will not cost you more than this money which Google has provided you for free. So hopefully you will like it, and if you have any comment, you can comment on my video, and I will go in the detail of all these things one by one, and I will show you, so that you can learn about Google Cloud Platform without actually using it. So I hope you like it, and let's meet in my next video. Assalamu alaikum.